set for the night resourcing handicap. So we see Protégé returning. They stand about to go. Often they're racing. And Protégé got out very quickly, so did Late Vintage, and also driving forward Life of Brian. Life of Brian taken on the outside now by Protégé looking for the front. Life of Brian kicks up, holds him momentarily, but she's going to pour it on with Protégé. Eventually goes to the lead. Leading Taddy kicks up on the rails to be third. A length and a half away is Eye Opener. Mull Gabby Gold. Late Vintage got posted deep. They're followed further back by Venturo, and then came on the inside LONSDALEITE. The tail ender is Diamond Tipped as they gallop along by the 550. Protégé at work for the front. Leads from Life of Brian. Leading Taddy. Nowhere to go at the moment. Boxed up in on the fences. Late Vintage hooks out 3 deep around the outside. Venturo with a run ahead of Mull Gabby Gold. Eye Opener back in the middle. LONSDALEITE the rails. Diamond Tip comes right to the outside. Over on the inside, Protégé joined by Leading Taddy. Eye Openers into the clear. LONSDALEITE is starting to pick its way through. Leading Taddy hits the front. Don't tell me the day could be the day for LONSDALEITE. LONSDALEITE reaches the lead. Diamond Tip comes late. LONSDALEITE finally puts its best hoof forward to beat Diamond Tip. Leading Taddy and Eye Opener close up. Over on the fence to Protégé. In behind those next of all was Venturo. A gap then Life of Brian, Late Vintage, and whipping them all in is Mull Gabby Gold. Well, LONSDALEITE finally wins one. Since coming from the east has been a very costly commodity. But Pike back in the field there. He was just threading his way through horses, eventually charging down Leading Taddy, who had got the better of Protégé. And Eye Opener was following them through in the middle. LONSDALEITE, number 4, beats Diamond Tip. Leading Taddy, and waiting on 4th, still to be declared. Well, he has certainly trialled up, and from all accounts he works like a top horse, but hasn't delivered until today in 109.71. So they did fly, and clearly Protégé there came up short after such a long break from racing, running that type of time there, even with the wind conditions here this afternoon. It's 4, 8, 6, 9, the interim placings, 4, 8, 6 and 9. And LONSDALEITE is by more than ready, a 4-year-old from Lighton Princessa. For J. Gross, Andrew Embley, Select Thoroughbreds, A. Gross, M. Mertinovich, D. McQuillan, A. Catalano, V. Napoli, N. Catalano, K. Clarkson, E. Catalano, M and also M. J. Embley, and Willie Pike in the saddle for Grant and Delana Williams. Half by half ahead, 34.89. The sectional, but a very fast run race. Protégé having to work under the 60 kilos first up, and it certainly told on Protégé over the final stages, but a nice return all the same. Second placing went the way of Diamond Tip, finishing on very well with the blinkers added. Natasha Faithful for Steve Burton, the former New South Wales son of Capitalist. And in third placing was number 6 Leading Taddy, who's by Deucimus from Swimmer, Ash Maley, Sean McGruddy. 4, 8, 6 and 9 here. LONSDALEITE $6 in the market. Diamond Tipped 11. Leading Taddy 4.40. Protégé the beaten fave. Race 4, the reliable asset maintenance handicap for the fillies and mares. 5 Madame Pro and 9 Work Home Front are the scratchings, with 8 to do battle. 3:32 they'll go over 1,200 metres. As we head downstairs to Lockie Taylor, Lockie, and no doubt those involved in the ownership of LONSDALEITE and Grant and Delana as well, breathing a bit of a sigh of relief this afternoon to see him put his best hoof forward.
Without doubt, Darren. Is it fair to say he's been a little disappointing to date, Grant, but I'm sure it's a big sigh of relief and a great sense of satisfaction for not only yourself and Lance, but all the owners involved in this horse? Yeah,
he's been a bit frustrating, Locke. You know, he works up like he should win a few races. His early trials were really good, and we sort of had a bit of an expectation when he first started, and he's let us down a bit, so it's good to get a winner for the boys. They've been pretty patient.
The speed was on today, and he had a lovely run just off the speed. Do you think that's perhaps his go and the winning recipe for him moving forward? Just maybe up in grade where they go along a little bit, I guess, harder out in front and he can get into that rhythm?
Yeah, just like leave him alone and let him get home. And obviously, yeah, like you said, the speed was on today, so it worked out really good. But yeah, that'll be his pattern that we'll sort of stick to now.
Unfortunately, Keshi Boom was a scratching earlier on today. Is all is well with her?
Yeah, I think so. It's more just a precaution. They just had a little issue that we weren't really sure about, so we'll get the vets to look over her before we push on. I just don't want to really risk her, so.
Another progressive filly in the next, Written Melody. What are your expectations of her first up here today?
Yeah, look, she's her first run, she was really agitated in the stalls and was a bit of a pain in the bum, but she's actually really relaxed today in that, so I hope that's a good sign.
Hopefully we're chatting again in about half an hour's time. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
There's Grant Williams after the win of LONSDALEITE. Well deserved for those owners. I know they'd had big hopes for the horse after he had trialled on a couple of occasions really well at Lark Hill, but finally greets the winner's post today. And William Pike is now catching up with Taylor Corlin.
Thank you very much, Lockie. Willie, that was a while coming.
Yeah, he's I suppose the stable probably held more faith than I did for quite a while there, so credit to them. I don't know. He's actually got a very good turn of foot. It's just so short-lived. Yeah, so I do like the horse with a turn of foot, but I think he's got Ascot probably suits him with the shorter straight and the tight bend. You can probably cuddle him for a bit longer.
And that was probably the way the race worked out. You just got up on the inside and you were able to use that sprint for about 200 metres.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I didn't intend to be last or near enough, and I was meant to get to the outside, so we had to improvise, but it worked.
How's the wind out there? Conditions?
No, it's not that windy out there. It's just nice enough that it's taking the edge off. It probably isn't enough to affect any front runners or anything like that, I wouldn't have thought. Without it, we'd be sweltering.
And Lockie asked Grant about Written Melody. How excited are you to jump on that filly in the next?
She's an exciting prospect. Always expect big things. She's already come out and won a race, so we expect similar, but it's never that easy when the rail's out so far in these funny small fields, but she's a nice horse.
Well done and good luck for the rest of the day.
Cheers.
There's Willie Pike combining with Grant and Alana Williams once again, and this time it's aboard LONSDALEITE in the Unite Resourcing Handicap.
Soft-spoken